When I said no, my doubt and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play. Is here and now today.
Yes, folks, and this is your moment to meet the amazing Judy Wong. So, let me tell you all about her. What an amazing guest! And first of all, I got to say also, I appreciate all of you for being here. You get to ring the victory bell for being here and being amazing, because my amazing friend Judy Wong is a highly accomplished professional known for her expertise as an energy accelerator transformation coach. Yikes, try saying that fast 5 times. Accomplished artist and international English educator. You know, she had to give me all the hard words. She knows I stutter. It's okay. Her unwavering a dedication as an English educator. She's inspirational and compassionate approach as a Mind Valley certified life coach, hypnotherapist, and practitioner of the Silva method, as well as an ultra high frequency energy healing master. Empowers others to embrace her as a trusted mentor to guide in reigniting to live life to the fullest. So, without any further delay, let's welcome the person who walked uphill to school both ways, barefoot in the snow, the one and only Judy Wong. Welcome to the show, Judy. How you feeling today?
Oh, I'm so good. Oh, am I muted?
You're good. You're good.
How are you? And listen, never worry about the stutter thing. Do you know who?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
One of the most famous people
Yeah.
who had the most, and he really did have the most intense stutter, was James Earl Jones.
Oh, I know.
Darth
I know a long list of
Vader.
people that do.
And
But
I knew him personally. I mean,
no way.
Yeah. And you
So
know,
that's what we should be talking about the whole
my
time now.
kids used to love going to see him because he used to like to do storybook readings, like at the Barnes and Noble in New York when my kids were really
Oh, I can
small.
only imagine how amazing that is.
But you know what? Because he didn't have a script, he had
Mhm.
his stutter while he read the stories.
Oh, I
But he
know.
never once did he ever feel bad about it. And the
I'm not
kids
bad about it. I'm
loved
joking
the
about
hell out of him. They loved the hell out of listening to him tell a story. They like clamored to get him to tell the stories.
Of course.
So never.
And you know what's funny? I know those stories about James Earl Jones about how. So when I was in a speech therapy clinic years ago, 20 plus years ago, we spent 4 weeks of intensive training, and we remember pointing out different speakers, celebrities, actors, whoever that had speech fluencies. Like I remember more recently, you know, like Emily Blunt or Bruce Willis or even Ed Sheeran. But in the past, you know, James Earl Jones, Marilyn Monroe, Mel Tillis. I mean, so plenty of people out there that, despite it didn't matter. So that's why I don't care.
You shouldn't.
I thought God made me this handsome to balance me out. So let's just drive right in. Make sure you click the link down to sponsor Potapalooza. Say thank you, Potapalooza, for sponsoring this video. So let's dive right in with some questions here. So Judy, I want to ask you. I mean, first of all, how are you so amazing? You know, what is it that you do, and how do you change people's lives using what you do?
Well, I know y'all think that I'm like got the fountain of youth, and I'm like super amazing and super successful and super all of this stuff. But it wasn't always that way. It really wasn't. You know, years ago, by the way, I am in my 60s. I'm in my late 60s, pushing the 7 number. Oh, Dorian Gray paintings in the closet. Just don't look. Anyway.
That's good.
But
I had a birthday yesterday, so it's okay. I know.
When I was in my 50s,
yeah,
here I was in my mid 50s, going through a divorce of from a very long-term, very psychologically abusive marriage.
Yeah.
I had 3 boys late in life, so I could keep lying about how old I was. So here I was in my mid-50s thinking, I'm faced with putting 3 boys through college,
Yeah.
possibly trying to put myself back into college to finish the degrees that were derailed by my hateful, rather viciously hateful mother when I was young.
Mm.
I had no job. Well, I had some like odds and end things, but no full-time job.
Yeah.
No money. And what I didn't want to admit to my kids at the time was the only thing going for us was we had a roof over our head.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 0, count the zeros, 0 help from anybody and anything. Believe me, kids, I would have wanted to walk off the freaking face of the earth right then and there.
Yeah.
Except I made a promise to those boys when they were born that I would always be here for them.
Oh.
Because I didn't have the blessing of a mother who was there for me. I was not going to break that promise to them. So I figured I better figure out a way to save my own life.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried. Believe me, I tried. I tried everything on this planet. I tried, oh God, every business in a box. I tried every wellness, everything you can imagine. And I was trying really hard. And listen, I was diagnosed when I was a little kid as being a Mensa. So I was really smart. So I know how to do stuff. And I tried really, really hard. And nothing was working. And it was frustrating. And I couldn't figure out how to get $15 to put food on the table for these kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally, one day, just gave up.
Mm.
I sat down and I gave up. And for the first time, I looked inside. Yeah, in me. The place none of us ever want to look inside. We always want to look on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked inside.
Yeah.
And for the first time, I saw that light.
Yeah.
You know, some of us call it spirits, souls. We have very many words for it.
Yeah.
I call it my light because it was kind of like a light. And I realized that was me. That I was still there, somewhere deep inside, struggling to get out. And when I saw myself inside finally, it was a wild thing, but it started to grow. Because it was happy that I was acknowledging it was still there.
Right.
And the bigger it grew, the more, as I call it, the cocoon of the dramas and traumas that I lived through, and the hate and the stories and the bad labels we've given ourselves started to fall away.
Good, because you can always reprogram yourself.
Right. And it started to just chip away at the cocoon until, like a butterfly, it started to crack its way out. And for the first time in my life, for the first time in over 50 years, I wanted to be alive. I mean, really wanted to be alive. Was so excited about being alive. I mean, what a wild thing that is. I wanted to be alive and I wanted to have a life and I was so excited. And that's when everything started to happen. And yes, I put the 3 boys through college. And yes, I put myself back through college. And yes, I got my 2 degrees. And yes, I even managed to get a full-time job teaching at a university. You know what the key was? The key was connecting with my light, my spirit, my soul, and choosing life. You know?
What a beautiful thing. So now tell us a little bit more about, we love that story and knowing the struggles that you went through. I know because my wife also, she lost her mom when she was 4 years old. So she struggled as well. And I know what that's like firsthand from all the stories she's told me. But once you got into the mindset transformation, can you give us an example of a success story that you work with a person that you really helped to transform their life? And you don't need to divulge your names, but just tell us what happened. Like, where did they start, and how did you change them? Like in a brief, like 1 minute. Like, tell us a quick story.
Well, okay. So yeah, I started helping my peers
Yeah,
because
let's
I
start.
realized what I went through, they were
Yep,
trying to go through too.
yep,
So, I mean, I was an educator. I was an international English educator, and my talks were slowly becoming pedagogical wellness ones.
yeah.
And COVID happened, and all
Hmm.
hell broke loose. And I honestly have never experienced that much loss since the AIDS crisis.
Yeah,
And I wasn't going to have that happen anymore. So I started another program because my husband, who's in his 70s, sat me down one day and said, honey, our generation needs you. You
yeah.
need to do something bigger. So I started
Mhm.
a program a bunch of years ago. It's a 6-week masterclass program
Mhm.
where I literally will take people through the journey that I did. I take
Yeah,
them through breaking open the cocoon. We do a lot of healing. I am an energy healer and I
yeah,
am a psychic. So I do a lot of healing. And then we start making life lists,
yep,
not bucket lists. We're not dead.
yeah. That's right. We're not
What
dead.
a concept. Make believer
I'm
life.
not dead yet.
Yes. We make life lists. So we make life lists. And then at the end of 6 weeks, I guarantee one of their life list dream is a reality, because the truth is dreams don't expire. And
Mhm.
actually, one of the first people to take it from me, here was this woman who came to me clinically depressed for 3 years.
Mhm.
She was in so much physical pain. She literally had trouble sitting up in a Zoom room.
Yeah.
She lived in a 3-story house that she couldn't even walk up and down the damn stairs without
Mm.
major assistance from her husband practically carrying her.
Wow. Mhm.
She was seeing a doctor, a surgeon, who wanted her to do some major surgery.
Mhm.
Well, about a week and a half into our healing, the beginning of the program, our healing session, she came to me one day and she says, "You're not going to believe this." I said, "What?" She goes, I think it was her therapist or psychiatrist, whatever. She says, he wants to know what's going on. I said, "What do you mean what's going on?" He says, "For the first time in 3 years, I walked in with a smile and I didn't have any bad to say."
Yes. Woo!
I
Now
was
that's a
like,
win.
"Really?"
All it
And
takes.
she
Beautiful.
says, "He wants to know what's going on." I told him. He says, "Well, whatever it is, keep doing it."
Yep.
And then
Yep.
2 days later, she
Mhm.
came in again for our next big session. It's a group therapy session. So,
Yeah.
she came in for the next session. And it was funny. She turns to me. She goes, "You're not going to believe this one." I said, "What?" She goes, "I'm walking." Now,
Mhm.
I believe in doctors. My husband's a doctor, so I do believe in doctors. And she
Yeah.
goes, "No, I'm really walking." I said, "That's great. Oh, I'm so happy the doctor's, whatever treatment he's been doing is finally kicking in." And she goes, "Mm." I said, "Mm." She goes, "I'm walking all over. I'm walking up and down the stairs. I'm walking around the neighborhood and I'm not in pain." And I'm like, "That's great." And she goes, I'm not even using a walker or anything." I said, "Nothing?" She goes, "No, well, I got this fold up cane. I leave in my bag just in case."
Yeah.
So I went, "Great. What did the doctor say?" She goes, "Well, he said he has no idea what the hell is going on, but whatever it is I'm doing, keep doing it." I said, "Did you
Yep.
have the surgery?" She goes, "Nope." I said,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay." So it turned out, we found out during the course of this 6 weeks, she actually liked doing theater and singing when she was a child. But everybody told her it was a stupid idea. So she
Oh,
buried it alive.
I know what that's like. Being told,
Well, by the end of
something important and
this,
something is not. Hmm.
by the end of the program, she started teaching again because she was in her 70s and had been put out to pasture. She started teaching again, but on her terms.
Yeah.
She was using music, singing, and theater in her teaching. She
Oh, I
has
love it.
since she has since gone on to writing plays, having them produced, and doing shows. And
Oh,
no joke, this was like 4 years ago.
yeah.
About 4 months ago, she called me up. She says, "I'm doing a play. Would you come see it?" I said, "Of course I'd come see it." And I
Hmm.
went down there, and here is this woman who's 75 years old come running, no joke, running across the room at me. I almost
Yeah.
did not know who the hell it was. She came running across the room. She looked 10 years younger. She threw her arms around me and she went, "Thank you for coming." I said, "I'd always come if I could come, and you know I'd be here for you." And I said, "I am so happy to see how good you're doing. And things are great." She goes, "Oh yeah." I said, "And you don't need anything, and you're physically fine. Did you do the surgery?" She goes, "Oh no." I said, "And you're still okay?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I said, "And you don't need anything?" She goes, "Well, I keep that silly cane folded up in my bag just in case."
As a reminder that she doesn't need it. It's like an umbrella. You bring it, and because you bring it, it seems like the rain stops, doesn't it? So, uh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that's what an amazing story. And
You
and
know,
like I know
when
that
you embrace
feeling.
life, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. And I know that feeling of when I was in high school too. My parents had told me because we're first generation Asian, and I was born in India but raised here mostly. So I was told, oh no no no, what's all this karate nonsense and what's this singing nonsense? No 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 no, go do something important. And I got a scholarship to college and became a cancer scientist. So I'm doing something important. So I've been doing it for 26 years. But I kept doing karate and I kept doing singing on the side. And I'm telling you, those are the moments that lift everything else up. And so I know what you mean when she went through that transformation. It changed her life for sure. So let's
Yeah.
let's move on. I want to go through this. I want to call it speed dating round. Really quick answers here. Favorite movie or book?
Islandia
Nice.
is the favorite
Favorite.
book, is
Hmm.
my favorite book.
Favorite
My
music or song?
My favorite music or song these days, my absolute favorite song is "One Day."
One Day. What's that from? One Day?
It's a song. It's a song. Oh God, I can't remember
Not One Day
the group.
More from Les Mis, right?
No,
Something different.
it's
Okay.
called "One Day." It
Hmm.
was done in Haifa. There's this guy.
Oh, okay.
You could look it up on YouTube.
We'll look
I
it up.
can't remember the I can't remember the group's name,
That's okay.
but
We'll find it. We'll
they
find
they
it.
do they go around the world teaching people to sing a song. And
Hmm.
I swear to God, if you see this on YouTube, you're gonna cry your butt out. Um,
Gotcha.
it's
Okay.
300 something people singing this song, "One Day of Hope." It's a One
Mm,
Day of Hope song, and, they're singing it in 3 languages: Hebrew, Arabic, and English at the same time.
nice.
300 ordinary people in Haifa. So,
What
yes,
about
it's One Day.
okay. All right. Favorite food?
Favorite food? Chocolate, of course.
Ah, the second person that said chocolate. I'm gonna see how many people say chocolate today. It's second person in a row that said yes, chocolate. Love it, love it. I mean, that's a big win for you. So, Judy, they're gonna get a free gift from you. What will that gift be?
Well, I'm gonna give them, actually, for this group, I'm going to give them a free 30-minute deep dive. Um, and let me get you started on getting back to life.
Great. All right. So, last question. If someone gave you a blank check with unlimited resources, what is your grand vision to change the world?
I would love to help all the children in the world.
Mm-hmm. I love
All
it.
the children.
Thank you so much, Judy. And that's the end of our time today. I want to say thank you so much for being such an amazing guest. Make sure you click on our link down below. If you don't see it, you'll see it in post in the comments. And as always, this is Coach Raja. Don't fake it till you make it. Instead, believe it and become it. And we'll see everyone on the next show. Bye-bye.
When you throw a rock into a lake, what happens? No, there's a splash. You make an impact, and then you get waves. And then you don't know where those waves are going. Those waves are going past around the reeds, and you don't know where that impact is. So all of you out there, when you're on stage, you don't know where your impact is going to end. It's never going to end.